Good evening and welcome to BBC Points West.
Our headlines tonight: the shock loss of so much young life. Photos are placed at the barracks in Warminster of the 6 soldiers killed in Afghanistan. 5 were only 21 or under.
I would like to take this opportunity to pay tribute to my incredibly brave men and to offer my deepest condolences to their families and to their many friends.
Also tonight, the drugs gang boss jailed and told he'll get 10 more years if he doesn't give up his ill-gotten gains.
Celebrity Tony Robinson joins the campaign to improve the care being offered to the elderly and disabled.
And soaking up our water, plans to pump supplies to thirsty London and the South East.
Good evening. In a moving ceremony, pictures of the young soldiers killed in Afghanistan were placed outside their barracks in Warminster today, and there were glowing tributes from their commanding officer.
The most striking feature was the ages of the men who lost their lives. 5 of the 6 were 21 years old or even younger. Today we found out more about those boys who died yesterday in Afghanistan. Andrew Plant has spent the day in Warminster and he joins us now.
David, good evening to you. Yes, it was just a few weeks ago that the people of Warminster stood on this very spot to wish a fond farewell and a safe journey to 90 troops from the barracks here on their way to Afghanistan, many of them for the very first time, many of them, as you say, very young indeed. And it's only over the past 24 hours that the news has begun to sink in that 6 of those soldiers and 5 from the barracks here now won't be coming home alive. Perhaps understandably then, there has been a steady stream of soldiers coming down from the barracks just to stand here for a minute or two and pay their respects and to lay some wreaths and some photos here. But if you wanted an idea of how this has affected the Warminster community, then you need look no further than the sheer amount of floral tributes that have been laid here. I can tell you that this time yesterday there was just a handful, but by today we have seen cars pulling up every 10 minutes or so and another person getting out to come and lay their flowers here. And I think that's because Warminster really sees the military community and the barracks here as being at the very heart of their community.
Piled high here, each bunch of flowers a symbol of personal grief and a collective show of sympathy for the soldiers lost and the loved ones they've left behind.
It was just important for me just to buy some flowers, and just show my respects.
Well, I'm local to the town and it's obviously hit everyone. It's very sad. My brother-in-law is going in 3 weeks, so it hits home quite harshly.
Throughout the day they arrived before work, alone or in pairs, even as a whole class, to pay their respects.
We've got a few service families in our school here, and some of them have got fathers that are in Afghanistan at the moment. And obviously it's a very sad time for the whole community, but we just felt as a school that we wanted to go up and pay our respects this morning by leaving flowers and saying a prayer there for the families and the soldiers themselves.
Filmed here in Salisbury, training for their time in Afghanistan. The 3rd Battalion, the Yorkshires, sent an advanced force of 90, with many more due to leave Warminster soon. Among them, their commanding officer, who today paid tribute to the soldiers killed in what has been the most devastating bomb in 10 years of fighting.
This week, 6 of our brothers have fallen. It has been a sad day. But as their brother is in arms, we remain committed in our duty to continue with our mission. They would want nothing less. Our loss is very great today, but this of course is nothing when compared to the deep loss felt by their families and friends. Our thoughts and prayers are firmly with them today. Finally, I wish to thank the many well-wishers who have shown their support to us at this very difficult time.
Warminster has close ties to its military base. Army vehicles are a daily sight here, and today people recorded their memories and their condolences at a local church. They'll be made into a book and left on display.
The sadness that we feel in town for the young, they are mostly young men whose lives have been lost, is you can feel it. It's very sad.
We do feel and understand sadness really that goes around in the family and to some degree in the town as well.
The flame outside the barracks is kept burning until all the soldiers are home from their tour. Tonight, the thoughts of the people here are with the families and friends of those who won't be making that journey home.
Wherever you go in Warminster, you can see civilian and military life firmly mixed together. Go into the supermarket, you'll see someone in full uniform doing their grocery shopping, or walking down the high street and popping into the post office. And everybody you talk to here is either friends with someone who works at the base or part of a military family themselves. The two are inextricably linked, and I think you can let this feeling of collective loss, you'll see that continue here for some time to come.
There are some very moving scenes there, Andrew. Thank you for that report. Well, after the news of the soldiers' death,